Hey, what's up guys, your man here, MonsterGadgets, and welcome to episode number 13 of Tutorial Thursdays. Last week I did a video on how you can save time editing in Adobe Premiere. I'll go ahead and card it here, you guys can go check that out. But I figured it's summertime, the weather is nice, you want to spend the least amount of time editing your content at home inside. So this is part 2 of how you can save time in editing in Adobe Premiere. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright guys, so here we are in Adobe Premiere, and let's take a look at the first hack or tip, if you will. So when I started out, and I think most people do this as beginners, is if you've got a clip that you're working with and you want to copy it into another spot in your timeline, you basically hit Command and C to copy it, move the cursor over, Command and V, and put it where you want to put it. That's one way of doing it, the longer way of doing it. So let's see how we can save time in doing that. So basically you select the clip that you want to copy and then hit Option or Alt, and basically just move that over to where you want. And what that does is that copies a clip. Instead of you doing Command and C, you simply just hold Option or Alt, move that clip over, and it copies it for you. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is going to be, let's say you've got some stuff in the timeline and you want to make room and you want to edit or put some more content in between your cuts. So what you would do normally is, let's just say you would highlight and you would move it over. You would drag your clip that you want to bring in and drop it where you want it to go, right? Time consuming, you got to delete everything in between and things like that. So let's forget about all of that. Let's delete the space, and let's say you want to move this clip in between and just have these clips move forward by themselves, right? Simple enough. All you do is click on the clip that you want to move over, hit Command and move that over, and you can see it's going to give you a bunch of arrows that's telling you it's going to move that timeline forward. Go ahead and drop it and let it go, and voila, guess what? It just moved all your clips forward and it dropped that clip in between. So now you can eliminate all those extra steps that you wanted to take before and just simply hit Command, bring it over, drop it, and boom, just like that, your timeline has now moved forward. You've got the clips in between that you wanted to get, and you're done. Moving on. Tip number 3. So you're working on a project, you've got it completed, you're ready to export, but you've got another project that you want to work on while it's exporting. So what can you do? You go into your file and you go into export like you normally would, click on media, and then from there, while it does this thing, it loads up and you've got the settings. Let's just say you're doing a YouTube video, so you can export on YouTube 1080p, call it whatever you want to call it. And then from there, instead of hitting export, all you do is hit Q, because when you hit export, basically Adobe Premiere is locked. You can't do anything while it's exporting. You're wasting your time. You're sitting there. Maybe you go out and grab some lunch or whatever, but then now you got to come back and work on your second project. You wasted all that time, so don't do that. Simply just go and hit Q. So when you hit the Q button, you're going to have this come up, which is the media encoder. It's going to give you this right here. It's going to tell you that it's ready to export. So simply just go ahead and click on Start Q, and boom, it's going to go ahead and do its thing in the background. It's going to go ahead and export that video out. You come back into Adobe Premiere and you continue working on what you want to work on. So now your computer is working in the background. You're still able to go into Premiere, work on the next project that you want to work on, edit it, do what you need to do, come out of it, and you're done and you're good to go. You can continue doing that if you've got more projects to work on. Otherwise, you're good to go. You're all set. Have a good day and you're done. Pretty simple, right? Pretty cool. You guys enjoyed that? Time saver. I do it all the time because there are multiple times where I'm working on multiple projects. And instead of being locked out by Adobe Premiere by just normal export, use a Q feature and save yourself time, work on multiple projects at one time. That way, again, you can go out, enjoy the weather, and do what you needed to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell notifications to be notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.